Hey everybody! So today we're going to be looking at another prefix, and that is the prefix of im. So this prefix, we're going to go over two different definitions that this prefix can have. So that's why we're only looking at one, im, because it can mean two different things. So let's look at the first one. Let's make a word. Immortal. What does immortal mean? Immortal means that it's a being that would never die. Think about Harry Potter, and they would say that Voldemort was immortal because he had so many lives that he could go back to the Horcruxes. Horcruxes. Horcrux? I'm saying it wrong. But a mortal being is something that can die. An immortal being means it cannot die. Okay, so Voldemort was kind of immortal until they found all the Horcruxes and killed them all. Let's do another one. What about this one? These words are going to be kind of long. So the word immeasurable. So when you look at just, the root word measurable, that means something that you can measure. Okay, so a table is measurable. You can take a yardstick or a ruler and you can measure it. But immeasurable means that it's not able to be measured. It is not measurable. Like the love of your parents is immeasurable. The amount that your parents love you cannot be measured. So not measurable. And let's do this one. Impossible. So possible is when you can do something, right? It is possible to memorize all of your math facts. However, it is impossible for you to fly. So not possible. So this first meaning for the prefix im means not mortal. When something is not measurable, it's not possible. That is the meaning of each of these words, okay? So the first one for im is not. So I want you to try to find some other words where when you see im in front of it, it means not, and then the root word, okay? So imperfect, something that is not perfect. Impatient, something that is not patient. All right, I'll give you those two little hints. So go ahead, see if you can find some more and put them in your word collection book. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at the next meaning. And I'm going to go ahead and put a couple words down, and we're going to go over what they mean, and we're going to see if you can figure out what this im prefix means. All right, so here we go. Implant. So let's think about, a lot of cats and dogs who are owned by people have implants in them, which is like a little microchip that has their owner's information in them. So they put this little microchip into kind of like between the shoulder blades of the animal. It doesn't, it's not like a big surgery. They don't even need stitches. They just pop it right in there. It's no different than getting a vaccine shot for an animal. And they have implanted this little microchip into the animal so that they can scan it, I believe, if the animal is found, and they can pull the owner's information off of it. That is what an implant is. When you put something into, or I'm going to implant this idea in your brain. I'm implanting the idea of what im means in this pretense. Okay, so let's do another one. What about import? Well, an import is when you send something from one country to another country, or one place to another place. Port is a place where, ships arrive at a dock, and an import is something that you're bringing into that dock. So you could think of, imports of different kinds of fancy cheeses from France. Think of those kind of things. So an import is when you are sending something into a different country to either sell or give to that country, something of that nature. Let's think of one more. Immunize. So what does it mean to immunize something or somebody? Well, an immunization is something that you can give to a person or even an animal, and it protects them from getting a certain disease. So dogs are required by state law. If you have a dog, you're required to get them their rabies immunization. Since, dogs chase squirrels or raccoons, different things like that, they have a higher risk of possibly getting rabies because, you don't see humans chasing down and going after squirrels. So the likelihood of us getting bit by a squirrel is much lower than a dog. So You immunize a dog against rabies by giving it a shot, which puts that immunity into their body. So implant, putting something into somebody's body, or implanting a thought in a brain. Import, bringing something into a country or another place. And immunize, which means to put an immunization inside somebody's body to protect them from a disease. So you put that into their body to protect them. So what do you think in this instance means? In or into? Okay, you put an implant into a dog to track them. Or, sometimes people who have a hard time hearing, they can get implants into their ear canals, and then they'll be able to hear. You can import different things from different countries. So you can send things you've made, or different goods like oil or gold or things like that. You can import it to a different country. You can send it into another country. Or immunize means you can put a shot into a person so that they would be safe from getting a certain illness. So im in this case means to put in. The prefix im can mean two different things. It can mean in or into, as in the word implant, when you put an implant to somebody's ear to help them hear, or it can be not, as in not possible, impossible. Okay, so in and not. So I want you to go ahead, see if you can find some different words that use these prefixes and use them in this certain way. You're going to find words that have the letters IM in front of it and they don't mean in or not. Keep an eye on those, see if you can figure out what they do mean. But go ahead, see what you can find and share with me what you do end up finding. Tell me your favorite one that you have found. All right, my dears, thank you again for coming, and I will talk to you later.